back to our channel. Good evening to all. In previous class, we discussed about the heat part 4. What we learn in this part 4? The substances are classified in 3 types. What are the 3 types? Solids and liquids. Solids, liquids and gases. Solid to liquid is called a melting point. Solid substances directly changes to when give some heat, the solid substance is converted into liquid form. Again, liquid converted to, again this one also giving heat, it is also called a evaporation. Liquid changes to gas. After that, gas converted to liquid, it is called a condensation. It is the reverse process of evaporation. It is called a condensation. Because of example is dew and fog are formed. After that, this one, it is called a freezing. Freezing means the liquid converted into solid state. It is called a freezing. After here, what is evaporation and what is boiling? In previous class we discussed about it. Evaporation means the process of escaping water molecules surface of a liquid at any temperature or below its boiling point is called a evaporation. But boiling means the substances converted to liquid to gas or liquid to vapor at fixed temperature or definite temperature, it is called a boiling point. Boiling that take place at definite temperature only. How much amount of definite temperature? 100 degrees Celsius only. Evaporation is a surface phenomena, but it is a boiling point is a bulk phenomena. Here evaporation, no bubbles are formed, but boiling that take place, here bubbles are formed. Evaporation influence factors, already we discussed about it. What are the influence factor? Already we discussed about it. More surface area, after that humidity, wind speed and temperature. These 4 are influenced factors by the evaporation. But boiling, it is only influenced or depending by the atmospheric pressure only. Atmospheric pressure. After that, solid substances directly changes to gases. It is called a sublimation. Sublimation. It is the when a solid substances directly changes to gas and vice versa, it is called a sublimation. Example of sublimation is ammonium chloride and camphor, iodine vapor. These are the examples. After that, now today we are discussing about the latent heat. What is latent heat? Latent heat means the heat energy is converted into 1 gram of substances. The heat energy is converted into 1 gram of substances from one phase to another phase. It is called a latent heat. What is latent heat? When a substances will changes to one phase to another phase, how much heat energy is required? Okay, it is called a latent heat. Latent heat is denoted by the letter L. L is equal to formula we write Q by M. L equal to we write formula Q by M. That means in CGS unit, L equal to Q by M means Q means heat and M means mass of the object or mass of the substances. In CGS unit of latent heat is calorie per gram. Why we write calorie per gram? Heat. CGS unit is calorie and mass is gram. After that, SI unit of latent heat is, what is the SI unit here? Q means joule per kilogram. What is the relation between CGS units and SI units of the latent heat is? CGS unit, already you know that calorie per gram is equal to dash joule per kilogram. 1 calorie is converted into joule. Already you know that 1 calorie value 4.186 joules, or approximately taken 4.2 joules. 1 calorie value. So calorie converted to joule. After that, by means we write the by. After gram converted into kilogram, gram means converted into kilogram, we write 10 power minus 3 kg. 10 power minus 3 is in denominator place. Take on numerator place. Okay, this value changes to 10 power minus 3 changes into 10 cube. That's why we write 4.186 into 10 cube joule per kg. It is the accurate value. ORR we write 4.2 is the approximate value. It is which is the nearest to the 4.186. 4.2 into 10 cube joule per kilogram. So we write 4.186 multiplied by 1000. 10 cube means 1000. 4186 joule per kilogram, or 4200 joule per kg. It is the 1 calorie per gram is equal to 4200 joule per kg. It is the approximate value of the latent heat. After that, we discuss about latent heat of vaporization, latent heat of fusion. First of all discuss. After we write latent heat of vaporization. What is latent heat of fusion? Okay, this one understand? Latent heat means if a substance changes to one phase to another phase, it is called a latent heat of heat. After that, we discuss about the latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion means the heat energy is required to convert to 1 gram of solid. 1 gram of solid completely changes into a liquid. Completely changes into liquid is called a latent heat of fusion. Again, I am telling the definition of latent heat of fusion. The heat energy is required to convert the 1 gram of solid substances completely changes into liquid phase. It is called a latent heat of fusion. Its value is 80 calorie per gram. What is the value only? Latent heat of fusion value is 80 calorie per gram. It is a fixed value. 80 calorie per gram then converted into joule per kg. Already you know that 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius, 1 calorie per gram is equal to 4200 joule per kg. Calorie per gram converted to joule per kg. That implies 80 into 4200. Right, 42 into 8 into 1, 2, 3 zeros have, we write 10 cube. After that, 8 2 are 16, 8 4 are 32, 1 33 into 3 36 into 10 power 3 joule per kg. This one also we write 3.36 into 10 power 5 joule per kg. It is the value of 80 calorie per gram then converted to joule per kg. That means 80 calorie per gram is equal to 3.36 into 10 power 5 joule per kg. It is the value of latent heat of fusion. Again, I am telling that the latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion says the amount of heat is required to convert the 1 gram of solid substances. 1 gram of solid substances completely changes into liquid. It is called a latent heat of fusion. Its value is, latent heat of fusion value is 80 calorie per gram. So calorie per gram then converted to joule per kg. We take approximate value 80 multiplied by 4200. So multiply these two. How many zeros have? 1, 2, 3. So we write 10 cube. After that 42 multiplied by 8, 336 into 10 cube joule per kg. 3 after we put point. So we take 3.36 into 10 power 5 joule per kg. That means what you understand? 80 calorie per gram is equal to 3.36 into 10 power 5 joule per kg. It is the latent heat of fusion. After that, latent heat of vaporization is latent heat of vaporization. What is latent heat of vaporization? Latent heat of vaporization means the amount of heat energy is required to convert the 1 gram of water completely changes into liquid. 1 gram of liquid completely changes into, or 1 gram of liquid changes into gas. That temperature is called a latent heat of vaporization, and its value is 540 calorie per gram. 540 calorie per gram. What is latent heat of vaporization? The heat energy is required to convert the 1 gram of water changes to gas at definite temperature. It is called a latent heat of vaporization. Its value is 540 calorie per gram. Before, latent heat of fusion means solid completely changes to liquid. But vaporization means what you understand? Liquid changes to gas. It is called a latent heat of vaporization. Its value is 540 calorie per gram. 540 multiply 540 calorie per gram, then converted into joule per kg. Calorie per gram. 540 calorie per gram is equal to dash joule per kg. Already you know that 540 into calorie per gram. Calorie per gram means 4200 joule per kg. That implies how many zeros have? 1, 2, 3. So again we write 54 multiplied by 42 into 10 cube joule per kg. So again 54 multiplied by 42. 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, and 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 21. That means 2268 into 10 cube joule per kg. Point before 2 after we put point 2.268 into point after 3 placements have we write powers 10 power 6. Already we know the 10 cube, this 10 cube. So total 10 power 6 joule per kg. So 540 calorie per gram is equal to 2.268 into 10 power 6 joule per kg. So it is the latent heat of vaporization. After that, what is the ratio of latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization is? Latent heat of fusion is to latent heat of vaporization. latent heat of fusion value is 80. This one is 540. So both sides 0, 0 cancel. To 4 side 227. That means what is the ratio? 4:27. 4:27. Latent heat of fusion to latent heat of vaporization ratio. The ratio between latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization is 4:27. Okay. After that, we do the activity, last activity. What is the last activity? Take a small glass bottle. Take a small glass bottle with a tight lid. Take a small glass bottle with a tight lid. Now fill the water. Now fill the water without any gaps. Without any gaps. Now fill the water. After filling the water, there is no water bubbles have. Now put the lid tightly. This bottle kept into the refrigerator or deep freeze. A few hours after, take them out from the refrigerator. A few hours after, not only 1 or 2 hours, a few hours. Few means maximum 5 to 6 hours after, take them out the bottle. Take them out from the refrigerator. You observe the bottle will be break out, outside surface will be, what you heard, it means breaks. Break means what you understand? The what? Here, what you understand? Water expands on freezing. Water expands on freezing. Do you know that? Density. What is density? Density D is equal to mass per volume. Density D is equal to what? You know that? Mass per volume. D is equal to density. Is equal to mass per volume. What is the ratio? What is the relation between these two? Density and volume both are inversely proportional. What do you understand? Inversely proportional means what you understand? If density is maximum, volume is minimum. Then volume is minimum, density is maximum. So here saying that here ice cubes. So when I here asking that one more important bit is when ice floats on water, because it have the less density. You know that ice is prepared by water. You know that ice is prepared by water. The water is floats up. The ice cube is floats on water because of less density. Which have the less density? It have the more volume or not? Yes. So what is the relation? D and V relation is inversely proportional. Ice cube have the less density. That's why it occupies more volume. So it is the last activity. Again, I am telling that last activity. Take a glass bottle with a tight lid. Now fill the water without any gaps. Without any gaps. Okay. Now put a lid tightly. This bottle put on the deep freeze. Deep freeze kept in 5 to 6 hours after. This bottle, take them out. You observe the bottle outside. The bottle will be cracked. Crack means breakout. Why? The water is expands and freezing. The water is expands and freezing. Here asking one more bit is why? Expands means here density is less. Density less means volume is increased. So density equal to mass per volume. You know that density of water is 1 gram per cc. Which some substances are floats on water, some are sink in water. Already you learned previous classes. I mean 9th class standard. Which substances are floats on water? Which substances are sink in water? Which substances density is less than or lower than 1? That all substances are floats on water. Which substance are density is greater than 1 or more than 1? That substance is sink in water. For example, you take plastic ball. Plastic ball is floats on water. Why? Why floats on water? Because it have the less density or lower density than water. Water gonna less density. Next, you take a pebble or stone, release it in your water. It will be sink. Sink means the stone density is more than water. So it is the density. After that, very important bit, important problems here asking that. What are the problem here asking? First one. How much energy is, next problem is how much energy is released or absorbed. How much energy is released or absorbed when 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees Celsius turns into ice at 0 degrees Celsius is here asking that question. So 100 degrees Celsius of steam, 1 gram of steam turns into ice at 0 degrees Celsius. How to do it? This one, first of all, steam at 100 degrees Celsius. This one condensed to water at 100 degrees Celsius. That means steam converted to water. After that, water condensed to water at 0 degrees Celsius to it one also condensed ice at 0 degrees Celsius. This is the order. So first one is steam at 100 degrees Celsius to ice at 0 degrees Celsius. Steam 100 degrees Celsius condensed. Condensed means cools. It converted into water at 100 degrees Celsius. Already I am saying at boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius temperature. After 100 degrees Celsius absorbing of water, you give continue heating, but water do not absorb any 1 degree Celsius. It is only changes into steam only, water vapor only. So when water vapor cools, it changes into water at 100 degrees Celsius. This one also cools. It converted into water at 0 degrees Celsius. After water 0 degrees Celsius converted to ice. That means it is a gas and it is a liquid and it is the solid state. So first of all, how to do the problem? Steam at 100 degrees Celsius. So first one, how much heat energy? First these two, both are same. Both are same means water at 100 to steam at 100. That means already we know that latent heat of fusion L is equal to Q by M. Then Q equal to ml vapor. Q equal to ml vapor. Here already we know that mass is, here given mass m is equal to 1 gram. So that implies we write Q is equal to, first one we write the Q1. First here to here, how much energy of heat released or absorbed? Q1. First one Q1 is equal to ml vapor. M means 1 into vapor. Already you know that the latent heat of vapor 540 calories. Then Q1 is equal to, what is that? 540 calories. It is the first one. Here to steam at 100 degrees Celsius to water at 100 degrees Celsius, we take the formula L is equal to Q by M. That means what you understand, here both are same temperature. Then we take the formula of L is equal to Q by M, latent heat of vaporization. After that, second one. After this one, after water at 100 degrees Celsius to ice at 0 degrees Celsius, both are waters, but here is the 0 degrees Celsius temperature and it is the 100 degrees Celsius. Then we take the formula of Q equal to ms delta T. Already we previous class we discussed and we derived this formula Q equal to ms delta T. Then we take Q2. This one we take, this one is Q1 and this one is Q2. So Q2 equal to M means again 1 gram Already you know that specific heat of water 1 into delta T means T2 minus T1, and that means maximum temperature minus minimum temperature. Then Q2 is equal to 100 calories. This one 100 calories. After that, this one, last one. Water at 0 degrees Celsius to ice at 0 degrees Celsius. Again, both temperatures are same. It is called a latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. So, latent heat of fusion means now we take again this formula. L is equal to Q by M. Then Q is equal to ml fusion. This temperature is taken as Q3. This one is taken as Q3. Q3 equal to ml. M means 1 into latent heat of fusion value is how much? 80. So Q3 value is 80 calories. So here asking how much heat energy is released or absorbed when 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees Celsius to ice at 0 degrees Celsius is another. Then total Q released or absorbing heat Q is equal to, what do we know that? Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. What is the Q1 value? 540. Q2 value is 100 and Q3 value is 80. So 720 calories. So this is the value. It is 1 gram. 1 gram 720. But 2 grams asking 720 multiplied by 2. 10 grams asking 720 multiplied by 10. Okay. So it is that. Again I am telling that how much energy is released or absorbed when 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees Celsius turns into ice at 0 degrees Celsius. You understand that one? Steam converted into ice. Steam means water vapor converted into solid state. How to condense it? Steam at 100 degrees Celsius is condensed water at 100 degrees Celsius. Again it will cool for a long time. Water became 0 water. Again it will be ice at 0 degrees Celsius. So first these two we take Q1 equal to latent heat of fusion. So we take 540 calories. And second one, different temperatures have, that's why we take formula Q2 equal to ms delta T. So this one value we write 100. After that same temperatures again asking, ice means latent heat of fusion, its value is 80 calorie per gram. So total how much heat energy is released from steam at 100 degrees Celsius, 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees Celsius to ice is Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Then Q1 value 540, Q2 value 100 and Q3 value 80. The total is 720 calories. 720 calories. Okay. Okay friends. It is the heat lesson. Tomorrow we will discuss about the next chapter. Okay. Who are watching my first time watching my videos, please subscribe. Okay. Okay. Bye. Take care about it. Bye.